Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new play-by-play video. Today we are in the rank queues playing some Tsukuyomi. So super exciting development. Tsukuyomi got released today, of course, and we actually got him in a rank game. I was really concerned, and I think realistically it's going to be very difficult for me to get a Tsuki game again. Most likely it'll be banned a lot, but yeah, at the moment Aspect's not out. Aspect is the thing that kind of makes him more intelligence slated, more Polynomicon, Book of Thoth centric, so we'll try that out when that comes out, I believe, on Thursday. But for now, Strength Suzuki, he is a hybrid scaler, but non-aspect, you're definitely better off building a full strength build. From a kit perspective, his kit hasn't really changed much from Smite 1, so you're generally speaking going to be looking at getting proc items, strength. You could build a little bit of defense. We could go with the sustain build with like lash and stuff, or we could just build full damage. I'm not entirely sure just yet. We're going to start with the devos, but yeah, I'm really excited to give this guy a go. Obviously Assassin solos were my bread and butter. They were really what I felt like made a name for myself in Smite 1 competitive. Not necessarily Suki, but like Bastet, Cleo, Thor, among others. So to see some of them start to slowly come back in is great. And we're going to get invaded at level 1, but he's going to mess up the Sunder. It's a beauty. Now, he hits me really freaking hard, and I don't hit him that hard. He went a very early build with Bluestone Tier 1. Yeah, he just tried to cheese us, unfortunately. I'm just going to Aegis this so I don't die. Yeah, a little bit lame, I'm not gonna lie. Like, that is a pretty cringe start that people generally will start doing in solo more and more, where they just invade blue level 1. It's less problematic about actually losing the buff and more about the health you lose, but because we didn't lose the buff, not even bad. Good stuff. We'll just 2 him here. The disarm obviously does really nice damage. I actually don't know what that little ensnaring effect is. I didn't really read the character changes, so I apologize for that. I just think the kit more or less look the same. But yeah, we have the healing auto and obviously the slightly extra damage cleave auto. And yeah, we're doing all right. I mean, a bit of a weird start. Whenever you're playing this type of a build into a character that has a more aggressive build with only 3 health pots like the Odin has, you really just have to kind of out-sustain them because you are weaker, and that's no big deal. Oh, we're getting level 2 ganks. Now that is just absolutely wonderful. Do I kill the minion? No. I do. Okay, great. Not bad. We get the minion. Yeah, in that spot I'm kind of just like always dead. So we may as well make sure we get the farm out of it. And we'll just TP back. We've been cheese ganked in our Suki game. Shocker. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. So we'll just go back here. I think going Aegis on this god is good. Going Beats is good. Again, they're both just good for the trades. So we'll see what we like best. Oh, he's back. Well, that's not so lovely, but I think I get a kill first. Oh man, I don't. Damn, dude. Hit my 1, but yeah, not enough damage. Missed. No. Oh, bro, I tried so hard. I can't do anything there. I got really close. Okay, we have been ganked twice in 2 minutes. Understandable. So I guess he just literally waited there in solo lane for me to show up. Always some lovely Smite 2 gaming here, isn't it? We'll go back to solo lane here, shove out, and then just look to chill. Yeah, so when you get a bit behind like this, the game state's a little bit grim, I won't lie to you. There wasn't really too much to have been done, so yeah, you just gotta kind of be in pain. I'd recommend when you're a bit behind like this, if not a lot a bit behind like this, try to find ways to have the wave crash near you, like we have right now. You want to hold when you can, because if I walk up, I get ganked again. And if I shove, he has a very easy time clearing. Now, we see Susanoo in mid, so I'm not, like, as threatened. His build's obviously going to be way better than mine. But if he just jumps in haphazardly, it doesn't mean it's unplayable for me. I just have to pick my spots. Oh. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe I do just die. I really thought I'd kill him there. Well, I played it well. I guess I didn't Aegis. Nice 3, nice 2. Good kill. Alright, could be worse. Yeah, I mean, we are in a bit of a scuff game state, so I guess it happens like that. I'm really surprised though I don't kill him right there. I guess, he is just a bit ahead of me and he's stronger. I could have maybe gotten an Aegis off for the initial 3. The problem is because he's getting an attack speed stim and stuff like that, and it's doing a brunt of damage. Like, I'm kind of just... I don't really have a good spot to Aegis there, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, a little bit rough. Again, obviously this is a bit horrific. You know, we don't initially plan for the games to go this way, but he did use his fast. We got the assist at the very least, and we do have a losing wave state, so I'm going to continue to hold. And hopefully this time we don't just in the 1v1, so we should be okay. I'm going to try to get this. Actually, I do just have to kind of shove here, but he lost a couple of minions. I mean, I'm not that far behind. Look, 0-3 honestly could be worse. Avoid the bird bomb. And we can just do totem here. How behind are we? We're down 300 gold. We're down half a level. I mean, look, it really could be a lot worse. And the thing is, like, we get one kill, we're completely back. So as like this, as cringe as this is, it is what it is, really. This guy does have ult actually, so it's a pretty good play. Boom. Nice. Good job. Yeah, so one thing I would recommend just in general in a Wheelix, try to save your ult for after he jumps, not when you knock up. We ended up killing him there on the thing, but if we can't, it's very sad. Great kill though, we get it as the wave crashes, so he's gonna miss all of that, and we're just straight up ahead. So yeah, don't be cringe, don't be weird, don't permagank because it's usually like kind of worthless. So great for us. We have Devos now on our back. We're just gonna shove out here and then reset. Again, I think Suki's one of those characters that does have a good early laning phase, generally speaking, but because he is an assassin in solo, obviously, and he's in a game that has a ton of warriors, like in the matchups and whatnot, you do have to be a little bit careful just about, like, getting outstatted in the early game. Once you start to get, like, Devo stacks and stuff, you know, this would have been Soul Eater in Smite 1, you tend to do pretty well. So it's usually just a thing of, like, you need a little bit of scaling and your mid game and stuff is incredibly strong. Doesn't mean, again, your early game is bad, it just means, like, you can just kind of get killed. And, again, that did happen to us a little bit. But, like, we're just going to look for the ult combo with the one. Holy shit. This man's 3 just did 300 damage to me. I had a terrible Aegis there, but that's ridiculous. Okay. Yeah, tough. Well, we're fine, but... Damn, I thought that was going to be much, much better, honestly. I guess Devos is, like, a bit weak, right, without stacks. That's kind of the point. No worries, we'll last hit it up a little bit, do our bottom rights here. I don't want to walk up too far, because Usano could just, like, come back, right? They also have Athena ult, which we should be mindful of. Again, this lane is, like, volatile, because they're both damage at the moment. But holy crap, man, like, that is an insane amount. He's obviously maxing his 3, but still. I mean, for it to not be a stun and hit that hard just feels wrong to me. Alright, we're going to chill a little bit. I'll let him shove. I know he doesn't have cage, but this is a very easy gank spot. Susano isn't left, so I guess we're kind of okay. Nice. I gotta be a little bit scared. Okay, no worries. We'll go do our blue here. This character, by the way, in case you're wondering how it feels, like, he feels functionally fine. His 2 feels a little bit different. I don't know if it's just because, that, like, chain effect thing that he puts on, it's a little weird. So I feel like it's a bit disorientating just because I'm not used to it. It's probably like the same feeling ability though. It just like visually, I don't want to say vomit because that's the wrong word, but it's visually a little bit like congested, so I feel like it's throwing me off a bit. But he does feel the same in terms of like the auto attack threading and stuff like that. I think Tsuki was one of those characters that in Smite 1 felt freaking fantastic, so to see him in this game is just dope. The rocks are up, and they're actually squishier now, so I can go to them. Completely forgot about that. And also, Proxying is back. That's another thing. So post 5 minutes, we can just proxy. And honestly, I probably should be doing that. But let's do the rocks, because they are squishier. And naturally, we have a lot of AoE damage, so not bad. Remember, you walk things against the caltraps to really maximize your damage, and we're just going to clear those easily. I kind of, so like with my build, right, like again, I can go Lash and Umbral Link and all those things. That'd be the traditional solo lane sustain build. I'm debating going that or just debating going a full damage build. Again, I think they're both probably going to be extremely good on this character. So it's really just about like which one do we want to do. I think we look for the proxy right now, shove. If they rotate on us, we do gold. But yeah, I'm debating on which one to go. They're both strong, so yeah. We've got to pause. There is like a decent chance I get ganked here. Now, proxying in this game I think is really strong because of the potential to just do gold if you get caught on the proxy and your team's positioned. We're kind of decent here, position-wise. Like, I know I'm saying this all before a pause. I think what's going to happen here is I'm going to die and then nothing's going to happen. But I do recommend, and in ranked it might be a little spotty just because you know, it's difficult to always have cohesion and coordination, but especially if you're duo queued, stuff like that. If you're proxying in somewhat risky angles like this, you can, you know, really get a lot of value. And if you're not proxying in a risky situation, like we know the jungler's left, right? We can proxy in a spot like this and then just rotate early. So proxying, excuse me, is a really great tool for if your character is mobile enough to get to a spot that's like good, or if you can just kind of rat it out and like hide on the sides and get around the dude. And you want to avoid laning because there isn't really a huge purpose for you. So it's very advantageous. You know, obviously you can lose chest camps and stuff. Yeah, so he is just going on us. I mean, they kind of tag pause that, which is a little bit grim. That's the ult. I'm just aegising to stall. Like, I'm always dead here. It's fine. I think we do just get gold, though. And they do have to, like, catch the wave. So remember, like, who's their secure on Gold Furies? In this lovely game, support secure because they have Sunder. Now, our support doesn't have Sunder, which is a little bit terrifying, but, yeah, we just get the gold. So, now, is that worth, like, 1 trillion%, by the way? So we're always happy with that. Nice. Okay. So, I think I'm just going to go full damage this game, guys. I do think there's, like, very potentially a chance that, building this character more hybridy with like a sustain build is just better for solo because naturally that would make sense. But I'm not going to do that because I just think like, you know, Tsukuyomi's base playstyle in Smite 1 was a full damage build with Soul Eater. So I want to try my best to mirror that type of build. So if you're used to Tsukuyomi solo or mid in Smite 1, this is effectively like a mirrored build to the best of Smite 2's ability of that. So you can get like a kind of side-by-side power comparison. So yeah, we're just gonna like do that for that sort of sake. I would say if it feels a little bit harder to play the game, like in this situation they have a fucking ton of CC, I went Aegis for Poseidon Kraken and stuff, but like I'm getting, you know, I kind of do wish I had beads because of the Athena and whatnot. It probably would be realistically better to go a little bit more defense into more CC. So not the most optimal build this game, but again, I want to do it for like familiarity's sake, I guess. I'm finding a ton of loopholes to justify me being 1-4 right now. Like, please bear with me. We'll try to do these rocks. No, him jumping like that is a little bit horrifying. Again, these rocks lost maybe 10%, 15% of their actual farm value, but they still give the rocks and they're easier to do, so you do them. That's just kind of what it is. We're going to pull right now. No, I understand gold's down, so I might be sprinting it if Susanoo shows up. In your Caltraps, if you run targets on, get fried, or you fry stuff. Really, really good. Again, I think shoots. I did get hit by that. Did pop Pendulum there. This is a winning trade for us. Oh my gosh, I missed. Oh, am I horrific on this character? Have to play this slow. I fucked that dude, my bad. Okay, no worries. It's close. He does have a better build than us right now because he's got full breastplate and I don't have my full second item. I think he might be bush camping. I do have Aegis. I mean, okay. That's fine. Good job. Yeah, that never works. I don't know what he was doing right there. I thought he was going to play the bush and like make me walk into him, but he just walked up. Fair enough, dude, I guess. Yeah, so that fight's definitely harder because I'm not second item there, but we played it pretty well for the most part. I did miss a little bit. Who's this here? Athena? She doesn't kill me on her own, unless Susanoo's hovering. Let's see. What are we going to do here? Be a coward. That's what we're going to do. Boring. Yeah, I'm a little off on the ones. I won't lie. Like the auto after. By the way, I feel like, you know, now that there is some... Now that there's, how do I say it? More maybe Smite 2 players who started here. Let's see if we can play this. I might just get Susanoo on. No, we owned him. It's all good. I am dead for it, but you know what? Worth. Not really worth, but like, we got a kill. It's fine. That's a bit weird. So in Smite 1, when you ult somebody and you kill them, you teleport to them even if they die, I believe. Almost certain you do. In this game, I don't... Well, obviously we just didn't, so... I was expecting a TP to him. I would have played that a little differently, but I think I'm dead there anyways, because yeah, he did have fast, unfortunately. I think it's still, like, okay overall. Like, I don't want to say limit testing, but we did outplay him. Like, that felt good. I did misplay it a tiny bit. Sorry, but what I wanted to say before I interrupted myself 45 times was, I think in this game we are reaching a point where there's some new players who haven't played these gods in Smite 1 before, or maybe they were casual Smite 1 players, or, you know, Smite 1 players who came in at the later date and didn't play all the characters. So if you guys want, and I apologize for this, but whenever a new character comes out, because I didn't do it, I could do like a quick kit overview. I mean, this game I literally just said, oh yeah, no, his abilities are basically the same. I realized that maybe people don't really know what his abilities are, and I had the time to do it, so I apologize for that. Just let me know if you want me for new characters. Next one, Shibalanke, to just basically talk about a quick kit overview, like assuming you've never played or like know what the god does. So I could totally do that. But yeah, I just kind of like always assume it's like Smite 1 people who know this stuff, but I realize maybe that's not the case anymore. Speaking of like doing things for like, I guess, informative content's sake. Tier list, right? I talked about this in my last video, but I realized more people will click on this one, so more people will see it. There probably won't be a tier list this patch, quite honestly. I know I said multiple times I would, but the patch from a balance standpoint didn't really change enough to make it reasonable to do a solo lane tier list, an item tier list, or a overall patch tier list. I feel like I'd be grubby and just trying to farm views if I did a tier list on this patch, because it's really not changing enough. I know I haven't released one in like 3 patches, but I want to make sure I do one when I feel like there's a significant enough change that the last one is obsolete, and right now that's just not the case. So we'll wait one more patch. The Shibalanke patch, even if it's a small one, I'm going to say there's enough quote-unquote small changes to, you know, move a patch forward, so to speak, and move a list forward, and we'll be all good with it. So yeah, next patch I will have a new tier list for Shibalanke's release. And yeah, again, if you have any video ideas, stuff like that, off-roll, and all of that, as you guys know, I've been doing more off-roll and continue to. Don't want to just be a solo lane hub. And yeah, so that's all my advertising. Anyways, we'll just go back to solo. I wanted to soft rotate to gold. We kind of just got it, so we kept on farming. Yeah, no problem. I'm not really ahead, which is a bit sad. You know, the Odin getting the wasn't really a shutdown, but getting the kill on us there kind of made things a bit sad, right? He caught up a lot there and got our tower. It's really no big deal though. Again, sometimes you just won't really be super farmed. I'm very happy that like other people got to kind of enjoy this this early game. You know, but it is a-okay. We went Carver because I feel like the lifesteal is just sick, and then I think our last 3 items are just Heartseeker, Oathsworn Spear, Titan's Bane. It's not a lot of cooldowns, so maybe that's a bit of a weakness, but I don't know. I didn't build that much cooldown ever on this god in Smite 1. You could go Hydras on him, I guess. I'm kind of just like not a Hydras believer. Yeah, we're completely fine here. I will say, it does suck. Like, Odin is kind of a ban in this game, 100%, because, you know, he frickin'... With how good this lifesteal build is, dude, him caging me actually makes my trid so much worse. He's also going triple Fizz-D, like, what the hell is happening? We'll just keep shoving, right? Good gank, guys. So again, that gank is super easy for us, and we can play it because our team's coming, and remember, like, gold's down, so there's not really any threat. When gold's down, solo lane is almost always a viable gank, so just keep that in mind. We're just going to keep shoving, right? I'm actually going to call for them to kind of come to me. We want to force threat on this Phoenix. They'll back off, and then they can't do stuff across the map. And then we can just scale back to Pyro if they all show. My Thor support's helping me. I meant for everybody else, but, you know, that's fine. W, I appreciate it. Okay, I mean, they're kind of... I can just keep going. I don't really care. I don't think I get this, but I'm just trying to apply pressure, right? Yeah, I don't. That's fine. Nice. Can we just do, this? Do-do-do. So yeah, you might not even need to go Carver, honestly. I'm just kind of doing it for like, oh, it's power and I heal, blah, blah, blah. If you don't want to go Carver and maybe you go like Jotuns or something, that honestly might just be better. Again, this character isn't like so reliant on cooldown that you're sickened if you don't have more, but it is nice when you have, you know, Bluestone proc, Crusher proc, Heartseeker proc to get more. So I would just say, like, look at that on your own. And again, if you wanted to go this sort of sustain build on Tsukuyomi, again, it would just be Bluestone, Devos, Lash, Umbralink, and then sort of either could go a bit more of an offensive route or a defensive route. You know, Triton's Conch is an interesting item on this character that I do want to try at some point. But you could just go like Nemean and Spirit Robe and Onis like we normally do in like Mulan, or you could go a little bit of damage like, I don't know, Shifters and some shit. Okay, let's walk over. Can pick up this red. That's wonderful. Dude, they're all dying before I get there, man. What the hell? Okay. Well, this pos is just here. I have Aegis, so... I kind of griefed that. We're fine, though. But, yeah, so I didn't realize. It makes a lot of sense. You can't use actives while in your 2 because of how the ability functions. So I was trying to Aegis while in my 2, because normally you can do that in Smite 2. Can't do it with that ability. So that's obviously the same from Smite 1. And it makes sense. I just don't really think it would function well with, like, the movement and the fact that you're, like, actively casting something. Like, I don't think you can Aegis while, like, Merlin wanting and Fire Stance, can you? I don't think so. Maybe you can. Or maybe you can Beads, but you can't Aegis. I'm not really sure. Either way, though. So, yeah. We're fine. We got us Kraken. That's what I was trying to do. It didn't work. We will Sentry this, and yeah, easy pickings. So in case you're wondering, what is their like objective in team fights? I think a lot of people actually misplay Tsukuyomi in fighting when it comes to a solo lane POV when they're building damage like this, or even mid lane. Full diving is good, but it's not actually our like go-to call. So our go-to call is just to poke. You know, you treat it like an Uller or something. And our ult is our finisher and our closer. It's not our initiation, almost always, unless it's like absurdly good. We're generally speaking just looking to 1-3, use our proc items to get damage off on people, get them in a bad spot, and then just pull the objective. And if for some reason they're in like a horrifically bad spot, we'll ult in. But yeah, like that's not our... It's not our go-to play to immediately ult, so please don't like do that on this character. Really play the fact that you have really exceptional range and poke, and then you look, right? Now here, I mean, we're just kind of bodying them, so it's all good, but yeah, that's the point. Cool? Got it. I think people just get baited because his full commit is so good, but like remember, you're not Cabrek and you actually do have range, so use your range first, then go in after. And I do think this god is going to be viable, and already probably is viable in 4 roles, jungle, mid, ADC, and solo, of course. And you can, again, kind of do this build in all of the roles if you'd like, or you can build a little bit differently. Thing with strength items, as you know, I've said before, they're just so overtuned in this game that you're really not going to go wrong building any sort of them, so have at it. We've got Heartseeker done, we've got Bluestone done now too, so I'm kind of cooking. This is definitely a character that, because of, you know, the high scaling and the type of build we're going, playing for 3k pots is extremely valuable, right? Like normally I really stress the 3k pot play when you're on these backline solos like Cuckoo and whatnot, and I do that because they have good range and obviously high damage outputs already with their builds. So these 3k pots really go the distance on them. Suki's effectively a physical mage in terms of how much range he has, how good his farming speed is. So it's absolutely like a thing to be doing, and yeah, just keep that in mind. Try to farm as much as you can. Get a 3 off. Our damage is really good. I don't even have Titan's Bane yet. He is... Oh, whoops. My bad. Yo, I honestly thought... How did I miss that? Okay. He is dead. Boom. Nice job. Go. We'll go to mid here. We get this mid Phoenix. I don't think we end just yet, but we've done a pretty damn good job so far. Maybe we actually could. I mean, we could try, right? Why not? How good's our damage on this as a team? Pretty good. I mean, we have Soul Aspect, but it still should be okay. I need the Titan to move on these a little bit. Okay, he did a bit. Nice. And yeah, we actually just end. Wow, our damage is crazy. God, this god feels good, man. To be honest, like I expected as much. You know, I'm a bit sad we didn't get to really showcase the full like extent of the character, just because that laning phase was like not organic at all. But well, maybe it was, dude. I don't know. I think that happens pretty frequently. Um, but yeah, like I just bit my tongue so hard. Holy shit, that hurts. But it feels good. I mean, look, we did top damage by a mile. Our farm was good. The character felt strong. We didn't have, again, the most like normal start, so we were in a bit of a lopsided early game, but the team played it well and stuff, and I think the pick is strong. So obviously, I'll keep looking to get him. Do I think he's a ban? It's hard to say, right? Because you have Ares ban, you kind of want to do, you have Aladdin, you have Hou Yi, you have Sun Wukong, so that's four that's locked, right? And then you still are looking at Jingwei, Susanoo, Odin as contenders, and you can argue Thor in some cases, and even Yamoja. So is Suki going to be quite there? I don't know, but is he at the very least, like in my opinion, likely an A plus character? I'm like almost certain. So yeah, very exciting, good character. Definitely not like Yorm where he was a bit lackluster on release. I think he's strong, and I'm excited to get more games on it. So thank you guys for watching. I'm going to be doing some of the videos on the buffed characters, Mulan and Jormungandr, next, and then we'll go to kind of doing a little bit of everything. So I will catch all of you super soon. Peace.